with quite a bit of assistance, which is why, Hader sent to the outside by Statlander.
These two women matching strength for strength.
Frustration showing on the face of Jamie Hader. These two women earlier this year, Tony, were part of the first ever women's blood and guts match, and they fought on the same side in that battle.
It was Jamie Hader that called for it. She's the one that mentioned blood and guts in the women's division for the first time. Made that challenge.
Side headlock, the scissor of the leg. Head scissor, now the sweep of the leg. Statlander avoids the sweep. Hader avoids the kick, and now we'll roll up 1, 2.
Brian, I love this. Trying to go for the fast win, right? Get it over.
Oh, Hader!
Oh, Jimmy Hader, don't look at the Haderade.
I agree with that, Tony. I think it's good to go for the quick wins early on. But I think in a battle of if you're going to go technical wrestling, I think Jamie Hader actually has the advantage in that regard.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Swing and a miss by Statlander. Trip attempt. Hader avoids into the rough shoulder tackle. And Statlander just ran through her challenger.
Both had momentum hitting the rope, but it was Stat that got the advantage.
Almost a reset here. Both women to their feet. Both women on the move. And Statlander, I think, slightly better of that exchange.
Do it again.
Women down. Both women to their feet. Statlander showing out here a little bit, but needs to be careful because the power of Hader is not to be underestimated.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to show each other up there a little bit, Brian, but now they're getting back into it.
I agree. Strike battle there.
Yep.
They were exchanging elbows. Statlander goes for the kick.
Great move. Now that's going to change the complexion of this.
Yeah, I think Jamie Hader has the... Whoa! I think Jamie Hader has the scientific wrestling advantage, but I think Kris Statlander has the more athletic advantage when it comes to the ability to avoid moves.
Sure. The quickness, flexibility. Look at this. Oh! Speaking of quickness.
Statlander intercepted the dropkick attempt. And Hader goes face first into the steel steps.
Had her hands up, but still did not prevent her head, her face, maybe her nose from hitting those steel steps.
Yeah, and the edge of the steps as well.
Champion of the world.
Statlander turns Hader to the ring. Leg is hooked. 2. Just a 2 count. And now Statlander grinding down Jamie Hader. And fans, beginning today and for a limited time only, the AEW Bacon Brawl combo is available at all White Castle locations nationwide through January 31st. That's 2 bacon cheese sliders, fries, and a soft drink. Make sure to stop by any White Castle location and order the AEW Bacon Brawl combo.
I like the confidence that we're seeing from Statlander here.
Hammer throw into the corner. Now the back suplex.
Stat has never lacked for confidence, and you're right, Brian. She has shown it off here.
Statlander out of the corner with a splash. 2. Hader, though, breaks free of the pinning predicament.
I think that splash was more the lower part of the body that time than across the chest. But you can see that Jamie Hader's still hurting from it. You can hear the fans are kind of split here at the Now Arena.
They're sold out here in Chicago. And I think you're right, Tony. 50-50 support for both champion and challenger alike. Statlander took a moment to acknowledge the crowd, and Hader taking advantage of that opening. Stat, though, turns the tables back on her opponent. scoop and the slam in the corner.
Now, Stat's going to try to...
And another splash.
Yeah, maybe so, but boy, she waits a lot of time to get up there.
Into the well once too often, but
That found its mark.
Hayter strikes with the kick. Jimmy Hayter building up momentum. Sends Statlander over the top rope. And now the champion crashes to the floor. Uh-oh. Hayter got it. Right into our announce desk. Statlander sending Jamie Hayter, and it was a lower back injury that took Hayter out of action, that ended her reign as AEW Women's World Champion. And now
Jamie's all entangled on the Smash announce table.
Oh my goodness.
Hayter
Well, this one took a nasty turn, Estella.
standing on the rifle throw, kick off the announce desk.
I mean, a nasty turn. Didn't expect it to go this far. But then again, when you have the Women's World title on the line, right, you'll do something like this. On the top of the Spanish announce table.
Big risk being taken by Jamie Hayter, but it paid off.
Remember, double count out, and Stat's going to retain the title.
All the others admonishing both champion and challenger alike to get the action back in the ring. But Brian mentioned the lower back injury that Jamie Hayter suffered when she lost the AEW Women's World Championship. That injury kept her out of action for a number of months, and those back injuries are very, very tough to recover from.
Very tough, and it affects her legs as well. But you saw there was no damage to her legs right there. That was a beautiful, perfectly placed drop kick from the second turnbuckle.
Now cover made, far leg is hooked, and Statlander in some trouble here as Jamie Hayter has been stringing together combination after combination.
In the build-up to this match, Kris Statlander has been imploring Jamie Hayter to get back her championship mindset that she had when she had won the AEW Women's World Championship.
High boot delivered, near leg is hooked, and Brian, in your estimation, do you think Hayter is back to that mindset?
It's interesting, you know, she's been very distracted by Tekla and the Sisters of Sin. But, I mean, the way that she's wrestling here, she's wrestling a great match. And you have to think Kris Statlander has beat arguably the biggest stars in all of AEW with Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné.
Now throwing a successful title defense against Mina Shirakawa as well. Kris Statlander. Oh, just drove Hayter face first into the mat.
I thought it was going to be like a snapmare or something, but you were right. Head first. And to answer the question, I really think that Jamie Hayter has the mindset here.
The knee strike from Statlander. Now the inside. Drives Hayter down. Statlander. The leg cradle. A 2 count as Hayter escapes.
Nothing easy about it, but that left shoulder was not covered, so it was easy really to shoot the left shoulder and the arm straight up in the air.
Great point, Tony. You know, I'm big on getting pressure on both shoulders when you're pinning somebody.
Stat was thinking maybe Saturday Night Fever, but instead, Hayter powered out. 3 consecutive elbow strikes, and now into the jaw. 2 women just exchanging. I'm not sure who would have the upper hand in terms of raw power, but Hayter changes levels.
Oh, she rifled that elbow. Oh!
Yeah, compare what's happening now to what happened at the beginning of this match. Changed drastically.
Oh, Hayter hoists up Statlander. And neck breaker. Hayter on the move. Sliding lariat. Connects. 1, 2. Statlander breaks free. And frustration setting in for Jamie Hayter. To keep her mind about her, though.
Stat looked like she was trying to roll out of the ring, but stopped right on the apron. There she goes.
And talking about championship mindsets, You know, you can kind of see a difference right here. Kris Statlander is not getting flustered despite being on the defensive. And Jamie Hayter is getting a little flustered.
Statlander, the only woman to have held both the TBS Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship in the history of All Elite Wrestling. Jamie Hayter intent on joining the ranks of multi-time champions. The avalanche, almost like an exploder from the ropes, but you saw Hayter come up clutching that lower back. Cover made. 2. Statlander able to kick out, but
Statlander was clutching her right elbow, too, on that.
yeah, the right arm of Kris Statlander may have been trapped under the body of Jamie Hayter on the way down. But Hayter hammering her opponent with those strikes. To the ropes. Nope, Statlander floats over, goes underneath, double underhook.
Package backbreaker.
1, 2, no!
Again, Kris Statlander not putting any weight on Jamie Hayter's shoulders.
It was a package pile driver, my mistake, but still, Kris Statlander bringing out some unexpected offense, some firepower here, and I think that just speaks to the gravity of this challenge by Jamie Hayter, Brian.
100% agreed. And you can tell how much it means to both of these women.
I don't know, I know she got out of the penny predicament, but as Hayter out, it was like dragging a lifeless body towards the corner that time by Statlander. Nope,
Hayter back to her feet, interrupts the ascent of the AEW Women's World Champion. And Hayter, though, you can see she's still not steady on her feet after all the sustained damage she's taken.
And also, as you mentioned, Excalibur, she grabbed her lower back after doing that superflex that exploded off the second. I wonder if that's bothering her as well.
Statlander slipped between the legs of Hayter, was looking perhaps for a powerbomb, but Hayter able to escape. But Statlander lunges in with a chop, now an overhand shot. Statlander and Hayter in the ropes, both women jockeying. Kris Statlander planting Hayter out of the corner.
All right, Aubrey's got to check here because Hayter is hurt.
Hayter clutching the top of her head.
And you see the tape.
Here it is again.
Take another look at this. And Statlander, I believe, clutching her shoulder as well. Aubrey Edwards checking on both competitors. Statlander slow to capitalize.
I'm surprised Stat's not going for the cover here.
Yeah, me too. Because Hayter's hurt.
And now the arm captured. Statlander. Statlander.
Talking about being dumped on your head.
A running knee, also shining wizard there. 2. Ooh. Jamie Hayter, what resilience. After that move out of the corner by Statlander.
I was wondering why I didn't see the tape on Jamie Hayter's neck before, and it's because her hair is covering it. But we saw after that.
Here comes. If she can get it.
Old Jamie Hayter looking for Haterade.
Drops her feet, falls underneath, thrust kick. But Hayter, look for the boot. No. Came for the second time, Statlander. And Zigiri. Stat swing and Jamie Hayter the backbreaker. Hayter maintains control. No, Statlander. The vertical suplex.
This is literally back and forth. No one can get much of an advantage in this thing. How about evenly matched?
And again, almost a reset to this match. The pain, the fatigue. All setting in, all becoming very, very real for both athletes.
Yeah, and understandably so.
Now, from their knees, a flurry of elbow strikes being exchanged in the center of the ring. Oh, wait a second, Hayter. Would she be? No, Statlander is ready for it.
Paintbrushed her.
Lands the lariat, and now Statlander.
Almost a haterade of her own.
Right. Statlander, wait a second.
Oh, Chris Statlander looking for Big Bang Theory.
That's a Saturday Night Fever from Jamie Hayter. Tony, you had the right of it. A back and forth battle. We called it at the outset, Brian, as close to a toss-up. At this point, I would be loath to pick a favorite in this match.
I agree with you, Excalibur. This has been tit for tat the entire match. Nobody getting a sustained advantage for more than, it seems like a minute or two.
Right. A couple of blows, someone takes the advantage. Back and forth it goes.
Both women attempting to pull themselves up to their feet with the assistance of the ropes. Hayter rises first, but Statlander, you can see a wince on her way up.
That's going to be it. Yep.
Now Hayter, wait, Statlander escapes.
Big Bang Theory.
One, two.
Yes.